The podcast people here at your video team. You're fidgety. I'm not even in the screen. Well, it took us 11 minutes to go live from when we announced it, but...
Turn down volume, check to see if YouTube.
We are live. We thought we'd do a live because we are on our way to Preston to see a friend of ours, work with them.
Not just to see, don't say it like that.
Well, we're going to see them.
I can't see that we're live on our channel. Oh, we're live.
We're live. So, we thought we'd go live. We've got an hour left of our journey, pretty much, just under an hour. We probably won't be on here for the full hour. We're pretty shaky. Sorry if the screen's a bit shaky. You're on our dashboard. But we wanted to come, do a live, have a bit of a chat if anyone wants to join us. And kind of enjoy the journey with you if you fancy joining us. We can talk about some things that we're up to. So currently we're still trying to grow our Instagram to over 1,000. I think we're at 974 when I last checked, which was last night. I haven't checked recently, but I am hoping that we can get a few more followers today. And I'm going to say something that we're going to do when we hit that 1,000 to celebrate the 1,000 followers. But what we're also going to do before we hit that 1,000 followers is actually make sure that there are no accounts following us that are inactive. So we're potentially going to lose a few followers as well. But if they're inactive accounts, what's going to help our algorithm? They're not going to help us by sharing our content or commenting, or they're just a space taken up where one of you lovely people can be one of our 1,000 founding members. Woo! Followers. Woo! And then we're going to do, and I don't know if you're aware, you can go live on Instagram once you hit 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
So what we are going to do is a little live, I'll say a little live, and we're going to kind of stream.
We've got plans.
Yeah,
We've got plans.
I've
just squashed all the grapes, sorry.
All the grapes have been squashed.
Anyway.
Are you in now? Are you here now?
I'm here now. Sorry, everyone. I was just
promoting.
Just making sure people actually knew. We put out a post or a story to say we're going live in 7 to 10 minutes. It went live in 11 minutes. I hope we didn't lose anyone just because we were a minute over. But it was a bit more stressful than I realised. Trying to get it set up. They gave me a time frame to do it in as well, so it was horrible.
Hey, if I didn't give you a time frame, it would have been another 30 minutes. So.
Yeah, because you have been saying this for the last 4 hours of the journey we've been on, so, whatever. Here we are. Try not to do that.
Oh, you can say Do you know what? Let's talk about authenticity, shall we?
All right.
Because there has been a lot of, I'll say fake news, pretend posts, AI content that's going out there that's not necessarily genuine to what people are saying, doing, believing. And a reason why live videos are so important right now is to battle that kind of content.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, in the sense of, we love AI, we love automation, don't get us wrong at all. We use a lot of it in the work we do, in how we get ourselves marketed, how we get ourselves out there. I have to.
Oh, I hear that. Yeah, those boring, repetitive tasks.
Yeah. What I hear people talk about is the non-value add. If it hasn't got value and doesn't need a human touch point, take it out. Get AI, get automation to do that for you. It's really key though to make sure that those human parts of the business are still touched by humans in a completely appropriate and a consented way. Because I realised how that came across. It is really important for you to have that, and it's what we see. We see a lot of graphic designers in the creative world that we're in, like graphic designers, other video editors, photographers all saying like AI is just ruining everything, and it's not ruining everything because people can see that the AI are becoming more open to that AI and things. It's a fad, right? It's that moment of like, oh, I
Is it a fad? I mean, I've been watching some podcasts about it, some YouTube videos about it. Is it a fad? I think there's elements of it that definitely is faddish, definitely.
Like creating, we love it, like those trend moments, right? Like that we've had the Mariah Carey, we've had the Met Gala one recently of like what do you look like at the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Using your image to stick into the AI brief prompt and be like, make me this image.
Here's my prediction. What AI is doing. AI is going to increase the value of real people's work. So those photographers who have had to force their prices down because there's been someone cheaper, because like that race to the bottom on price is going to be eliminated, because those people who are going, I can't spend that much, I jump into AI imagery, AI graphics, ungenuine, unauthentic stuff. And the people who go, actually no, I believe in the artwork, you believe in photographers, videographers, graphic designers, those people who have the intuition to make things match, to me as a person, as an individual, is going to be a lot stronger than the people that go to AI and go, can you create me a post or a video clip or this is my face, put me in this situation. I think those people are going to lose out in the long run.
Yes and no, right? I think what we've got to look at is, and we're about it, aren't we? Is what we build is not your top of funnel.
Yeah.
We build the authenticity and the trust building, the relationship cementing content. And this is where AI can come in and support the top of funnel. So everyone doing the Met Gala thing, everyone doing it, like ultimately there's the hashtags there, it's all being pushed in front of you. I was seeing people I never normally see because I've liked somebody's Met Gala, and because 5 other people have done it, they've all been pushed.
They've had that trend in front of you, yeah.
Exactly that, right? So it will support viral content. It will support trending content. And I'm not opposed to that because it's not what we build. And that's not me going, but the people who do build that, it's tough on you. I'm not saying that because there are still so many trends to jump on and things. It's a supportive tool to build that, to make that.
I think
but now what we're getting into is people are seeing that and going, great, but what's next? What's the next part of that funnel, that journey that the people are going to? That can't be done by AI in that sense. And so for that reason, now they're seeking the more real, authentic human elements of content.
The expert that you are.
So like, oh, okay, you're up for a bit of fun where you did the Met Gala, or you jumped on the Kit Kat trend when everyone was like, what Kit Kat? Those sorts of things, like, ha, great. And do jump on it. It will get you seen, but also be very mindful. Matt Hall has spoken about it, how he was probably slightly different. He was on a TV show, but he was seen by a big audience, had loads of people come follow him, and it can damage your brand. And he literally had to ask them all to leave his account and say, no, look, if you're not interested in the business I'm running, leave my account, please. And it's that sort of thing. So a Met Gala trend might get you 100 new followers, but of those 100, how many of them are genuine people you want to be following you?
Yeah. Trends as well, they say have to be AI. You can do genuine trends, but relevant to your audience as well. So the Met Gala thing, you can get the Met Gala to suit your trend, to suit your niche, sorry.
Yeah.
make that trend fit in with your niche, and that's going to give you a lot stronger connection when you do that virality kind of content. And you don't need to do just AI viral stuff. I've done stuff where I follow people, Dillyfig, which I got from Brock Johnson, who probably got it from someone else. But he brought it onto me, and I thought that was funny, right up my street.
Yeah.
And I've recreated it for myself.
And this is it, isn't it? Like, there's a lot. It's funny. New Paths, and I think that is spelled NUPATH. Is someone who's been pushed in front of me because they're doing running 1 inch for every new follower, and very quickly she's ended up getting so much following that she's running like a quarter of a mile, or half a mile, or 4 miles. She's like, oh my god! But people have commented on it, and she's done a call you out post saying, like, because people are commenting, going, well, like, at least credit the person who did that trend. You've stolen this from someone. Like she said, she's not stolen it. It's a trend that's been put out there. You can, like Ben's just done, you could say, I saw this from Brock Johnson. That's who I've seen it from. But I couldn't go back to the original source.
No.
Like, you can't. It's not easy to do.
And challenges have been done for years. It's just that this challenge is growing more and more. That particular challenge is growing more. I will do X for every new follower. I will do this for every 100 followers that I get.
And we follow Brock Johnson, so we also watch his YouTube channel, and he does a full video about different ones you can do, and says they're not always going to suit you either. So it's understanding what you want from your followership and your content. We have spoken about it. You may have seen recently we've had a race with our friend Helen Wilson to get to 1,000 followers. Now, we could have done something like that and gone viral, got 1,000 followers. I'd like to think we would have got it very quickly. But we've only ever mentioned it at events and within groups and communities of people we think could benefit from following us. There is no point us out there in a world from people who aren't going to benefit. Like, there is no point my mum being one of those followers, and like my sister and things like that. And sometimes that's a little naive thinking. I promise you, this is like, but you don't know who they know. I mean, I do know who my mum knows, but you know, like, you just don't know who that person knows. You're never selling when you go networking. You're never selling just to the people in the room. You're selling to the 10 connections that they have. But know why you're building that. Know why you're building that community. I've just realised for some reason it's just shaking round. I don't.
Maybe push it back a bit. So stop squashing the grapes.
So yeah, I can see there's a couple of people watching. Hello. I cannot currently see. I'm going to quickly see if I can see if
it is,
or if you've commented. So I'm very sorry. I am looking.
No, this is all. We've gone down the AI route because we're talking about authenticity and what can you do to be authentic to your audience a lot more. And I believe one thing is going live.
Sorry, I knew that was going to do that.
To your
I don't know how to do it.
And I believe
let's turn the volume down. Sorry, I knew that was going to do that. I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to unplug it. You're going to have to work without the map for a second. What to do.
So being authentic isn't so to battle the authenticity gap and the challenge. So what is going on?
Bluetooth kicked in.
Oh dear, I'll turn that down.
Funny.
All right.
This is why we don't go live very often in the car, because we're all connected.
But it's authentic. That's it. This is the thing. Like, doing a live video is one of the first things you can do to become more authentic to your audience. They see things as it happens. They see how you react. They see your mistakes. They see the things that go wrong, but they also see the things that you genuinely know and get right. You get to talk to them in a way where they can approach you there and then. If you're watching and want to ask a question, you can do that. Now, we've only just announced this video about 20 minutes ago that we're doing this, but we're now live. People may come and join us. They can ask us genuine questions. But if you're not sure about being live, because you do need to be able to talk, you might be put off by the things going wrong, the distractions. You might be doing other stuff while you're doing the live and thinking, I can't really talk this time. It's not something I'm ready for. You can go.
I'm plugging in, but I just thought I should just turn the volume down.
Yeah, just turn the volume down. I've done that already. But the other thing you can do is sit and record a raw video. So you've done an event. Get your camera, get your phone recording you, and record yourself about what you just done. Talk to your audience about what it is you were doing, why you're doing that. Just do a solid video. Don't worry about the ums and ers. I think that kind of stuff is going to actually be more important going forward. Actually, the conversational mistakes that you have.
We talk about ums and ahs before in relation to video content. It's very different to an and ah in
a podcast audio only
content. So in video, you're building a different relationship. You're having a different connection to people. So them watching you pause, take a breath, think about something through an or an arm is a relationship builder. People understand it and it makes them feel like they're part of the conversation. Whereas from an audio perspective, they just go, oh, have I lost you? What's going on there? Oh, you're not really, they don't see the effort you're putting in visually. And so for that reason, the arm or the R can come across differently.
Yeah. And again, talking about it being more video content, there's a lot of people who are getting their voice like copied through AI as well. And really, you could do audio only podcasts totally through AI. You get your voice copied, you get a script written out through your chat GPT or LLM or whatever it's called, large language model. You get a conversation between two people. This person says this person says that. In fact, I think Google has a whole podcast creation thing where it can create a whole audio podcast for you based off some bit of research that you tell it to do. It's totally ungenuine. So if you bring video into it, currently right now, AI cannot do long form solid piece content. It can do about 15 seconds and then it has to cut. It can do repetitive look between cuts, so you can do it all in 15 second stints, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, that you could do it in 15 second stints, but it's again going to become ungenuine. Really cutting every 15 seconds. Is your audience going to believe and trust you? No, they're not. They want to start seeing more solid, more long form. I mean, research now is saying that podcasts either work at less than 30 minutes or longer than 60 minutes. Somewhere in the middle there isn't what the audience want to look at. They want to look at those two, the other two options, the long ones or the shorter side of the podcast, because they want it in a commute either for the week or they've got their 5 episodes that they watch, which are going to be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So there's lots of stuff that you're going to do there, but doing long form content, video content, is going to be another way that you can come across more authentic, whether it is a live, whether it is just a solid recording, or even if you just do a solid recording that is longer than 15 seconds as a story, as a reel, that content is going to be a lot more important for building trust and authenticity.
It's sorry, I did check out slightly there, only because my mum was ringing, and then I was like, oh God, what are you going to interrupt? Where's that going to go? So, but I got it. You may have just touched on it, so forgive me. But we were talking this morning, when we were dropping off stuff to for the kids about the length of time of things. You were saying about there seems to be a dead time at the moment that is being discussed. It's not been defined that it is a definite. But we used to talk about we talk about sort of a 20-minute segment is a good segment. those things. But actually, you were saying this morning, like, people are now looking for more content that's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Could you just
That's what I was just talking about. Yeah, a little bit.
And this is why you should be listening and not checking out. That's fine, it wasn't urgent, so that was the main thing. I'm sure if it was, she would have run back. But, and this is it. This is what we're doing. This is just dialing in. So, I mean, we've been chatting now for what I can see about 26 minutes.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wow, that's quick.
You said we were nearly an hour away, and we're only half hour away now. Good, isn't it? Should have done loads of these, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how long, about 20 minutes, I think.
Oh, 20 minutes, or 21 minutes. No, yeah. No, that's cool. So, well, yeah, crap, now what do we do? Because we're 21 minutes, we should have either cut off early or...
Oh, we've got to go for
another hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, authenticity, it's that we definitely do not slam AI or automation.
No, we use it to help us come up with ideas. It not necessarily come up with...
Enhance ideas.
Well,
again, it's...
It's going, what can I talk about if I want to do a conversation about podcasts? What are people asking? And there's other tools that help you with this. It's not just AI as a search engine.
A tool we used to use to find out exactly that. What is the question people are asking right now about podcasting? We used to go to Answer the Public.
Answer the Public.
Yes, I get it right straight time. So Answer the Public. And you go in there and it will tell you what people are Googling, what Bing is coming up as, and things like that. We are seeing now a rise in people utilising your LLMs, your long language models, so large language models, so your AI bots, chat,
Claude and Perplexity.
Even was it Gemini as well?
Gemini,
all of those, they're using them as their Googles. So they're going in and looking for answers through that. So if that's the case, that's where they're learning from. So if people are using that high level, at a high volume, then you need to be using it because that's what those LLMs, those large language models, are being trained on through the questions. Go and use them to ask those questions. What are people asking you about podcasting right now? What are people asking you about how-tos? Your industry and your products that you've got. Ask them the questions that people are asking, and it will give you the answers. And then you know what you're answering and what people are searching for. Because again, what is coming into play now, those AI bots, whatever you're going to call them, LLMs, just go for chats. Those AI bots are scrolling through YouTube, Google. Their Instagram is coming on board as well. They will start scrolling through Instagram. So if there is an area you want to be known on, that is all the content you need to be creating. So it's pushing it through to those, so that as people are searching it, they're searching you. So utilise them to build the content the authentic content they're showing you as the industry leader that you are. Subject by now. We're not do that. We are gonna.
Oh no, we can talk about another subject if you're ready to.
Another live.
No, just keep going. Yeah, just keep going. What's the other subject that you want to talk about? Oh no, what?
Fell out my brain. Hang on. This happens far too often.
But the reason you want this authenticity, this kind of content where audience know it's really you, that it's really showing it, is because the trust is going to be quicker, better, stronger. I'm seeing the term all the time. There is a trust deficit because of the AI slop, because people are getting all the same answers and saying all the same things. Have you actually got a contradicting opinion to something? So
we spoke about this the other day because I was in Future Growth Academy with Jo Simpson, and she was talking about it, and I said it's really interesting. She talks about there not being a trust deficit. That a lot of people are using that terminology. There is a trust deficit out there because of of AI models. And she said that, you know, her belief is there isn't a trust deficit. What it is we're just being more cautious. And I think that's really interesting. Is cautious and trust is they're not the same thing. I can see your smirk.
They sound like the same thing.
No. It's just being what's happening is rather than diving straight into something, we're now just checking. It's not a trust thing. It's a knowing what we're doing, what we're diving into.
Okay, I think that's always been the case, that people are always cautious. They are. It's just that it's a lot more visible to the person producing the content that people are being a lot more cautious, because it always seems to be that somebody was successful all of a sudden. But no, it's just taken time for that audience to come round. And I think we're seeing it a lot more now. We're getting a lot more calls now from people who have known us for a year, 18 months, maybe longer, 2 years. But we're now being associated with trusted brands, as in they're trusting us to create them stuff.
They're coming to us rather than us having to sell to them.
Yeah. Or they're coming to us because they've had a bad experience somewhere else, and they go, "Oh, better Rachel know this sort of stuff. Maybe I'll ask them," and then we can not save the day, but
I do
feel a bit like a superhero. Because our brand is exactly that. But we've always said, go ahead, try someone else. Don't come to us first.
We've never gatekept it.
No.
We will tell you how to do it, which, you know, sometimes we go, oh, why did we do that? Because then we see someone go away and create and think, oh, we could have done that for you. But similarly, I'm also like, woohoo, look at them going away and making it. Like, that is what we always want to do.
But an element of us telling that audience to go ahead and do it is because they have got the time to do it. They don't have the budgets to spend. So if we get them to the point where we go, do it like this, and it will help you grow to that point where you don't have the time to do it and you do have the budget to spend. And then lo and behold, you go to the person and the team that have given you that information openly and willingly, and you're going to come to us hopefully in the future. But understandably, you may go somewhere else because you know someone else who is closer, who could be a bit cheaper, who could be available now. And you go to them, and either they do a great job for you, and
great,
or that it's not what you expected, then you come to us. We're building relationships with you. That's our goal. That's what we believe that you need to do. One, to build that trust, to build that authenticity, but to have that relationship to go, they know what they're talking about. I trust them to do it for me.
Yeah, we're building our business. Funny enough, it's part of the conversation we've had on our drive up here. What we can always say is we built our business on the values that we hold, and we would never it. It gives me the ick to sell. I know what we're good at. I know what we can do for people. I know we're freaking amazing at it. What I will never do is want you to feel forced into it. We've been in the situation where we've fallen into that. Oh my god, we got to decide now, and then we've just made that decision and gone, yeah, because we're going to lose out. One, it turns out we never would have lost out. That I get irritated at. Now we're tied into a contract, and then you throw on top of that, you're like, actually the deliverables aren't what I wanted, or you actually don't understand how to work with us, so we can't deliver the way that our brains don't work the way you need us to work. But ultimately all you wanted to do was get money out of us. I can't do it, I won't do it. And we said that means it's been longer for us to grow our business. It's taken more time to grow our business. But what we can promise is that everyone who comes to work with us wants to work with us, asks to work with us now, and they want to give us their money because they're like, okay, we get it. We had someone on the phone earlier today. She was like, I just want to give you my money to make it better. We're like, okay, well, hang on a minute. That's fine. I'm all up for that. But let's find out what you need, what you want, where you need it to go, what you want it to do for you. Again, I'm not going to go to you, yeah, great, that's, £10,000 when you don't need to spend that because it's not you only need to spend £2,000. you might only need to spend £500. Like, that's what it's all about. And again, that's the authenticity of us, that's the values we build your video team on. It's where we lie, and it's where we want people to understand. You know, that's why we come on here and do this.
Yeah, and we recognise we've had those struggles along the way because things take longer with the way that we're doing it. But I think the legacy that we're building with it is far greater than the monetary value. So in the long run, we would be able to get more. And okay, it's just things take time for people to truly know who we are, what we do, and how we do it.
Well, we were speaking to a business the other day about the fact that they're a growing business. And they've hired a team, and they've grown quickly. And they grew quickly, but their retention rate on their team was not what they wanted and where they wanted to be. People were in. They put out a job interview and were like, "Oh yeah, I tick all those boxes. I'm in." And then they come in, but actually the way that the deliverables, that yes, you can do that job, but the values and the
Values and identity. It's not identity, is it?
Just the way
the core beliefs.
That's it. The core beliefs of the business has been built didn't align. So then they struggle to fit in, and the business struggles to sort of, you're not delivering it in the way we want it to be delivered. So there's that clash.
And
that's not to say that person is bad at their job, and that's not to say that business is bad at leading. In fact, it doesn't say any of those things. But what it says is that you're not aligned.
The message is unclear.
So yeah. So by having video content, even to advertise jobs, even to put that across, I wouldn't apply for a job if it was, you need to be a hard salesperson and you need to. I'm not going to do that. If someone's like, if you can walk around and do door-to-door sales and knock on doors and cold call people, I'm out. That's not my values. That's not where I sit. I'm not going to apply for that. I'm not going to apply for that job. It's not where I'm at. So again, what are your core beliefs? What are your core values? What's your message from you to your clients? All those things. Having that video content, that when you then open the door to businesses, hiring teams, that someone goes, I've been following your content for ages. I've wanted to work with you, to the point that actually you'll find people knocking on your door going, I just want to work with you. Can you let me know when you've got a role? That you've already got the wait list there of going, right, we're now ready to open up this role. And hey, these 4 people, let's reach out to them first because they've shown us they're already interested. That's the sort of thing you want. We did it. That's how with Sam Griffin, we have a relationship with Sam. As soon as she said that she's got experience, and we said we need someone to come and support us, we had a chat, and now she's our business manager / PA / helps me with
many hat there. She's our hat rack.
And she understood, and that was part of the discussion we had, was that there is the way that this runs now, we have to wear many hats, and I can't hire one role right this second. I need someone to support us in the many hats.
Yeah, we can't hire one person for one role. We can't hire many people for all the roles. We need to hire one person to take on several jobs.
Oh, the sun's ringing us. I can't really ignore that.
Can't ignore the sun, I'm afraid.
Hello.
So, while Rachel is doing that, you can mute yourself or you double tap.
Hang on.
And so we're talking about our experience, who we're taking on board. We're trying to grow our team as a whole. We are telling people about our family values, our beliefs, our openness to give you information. And we want somebody to do that with us. But what we're struggling to do is show up all the time. So we're getting a business manager who's going to help us show up all the time. Who's going to help us be more visible. So they'll be interviewing us on a weekly basis to do our newsletter. So they can ask us certain questions that you have. They'll come back to us with them, and we'll create the newsletter through that conversation. Again, that's where AI can support us. So we can go ahead and be like, okay, so this is the conversation that we had about this subject. Can we take out the highlights to make it a readable bit of content that our email list can enjoy, get strong information from, and actually walk away in a better position than before they actually read it? And that's how we would use AI. And again, you have to be open about AI in your business and moving forward for that authenticity. Say, this is how we use AI to support us with this, to help us come up with ideas, to help us make clarity in our message, to help us with scripting structure. So a scripting structure being the best way to give the information over so you complete that whole 3-step section of a script. This is what I'm going to tell you, this is me telling you it, this is what I've told you, kind of stuff. And that's stuff that we've learned from people like Danny Wallace, who is a speaking expert.
So that way you know what time you've got to leave in the morning as well.
What's the point of learning it and not telling you, telling someone else about it? It also helps us learn better when we teach as well. And moving on from there is that we know we're not, like I say, always visible as well. So we're going to have Sam help us create scripts and content again for what's going to help us with the studio. And it is interesting to see when you have somebody who has the right beliefs, they understand our messaging as well. And how we can go ahead. So we can go ahead and be more visible in our way, our openness, our visible in a answer the questions they have as an audience, as potential clients. Ooh, can we plug that in?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was watching it.
And yeah, so that's why we've gone for Sam, because she is very much of our, I say, homely, our family beliefs as a business. It's about relationship building. It's about being the right people for the right people.
I'm getting excited. We're less than 15 minutes away.
And that's what we want it to be when we bring on the next team member. And just so you know, we are looking for an editor. They're going to have the same sort of beliefs that we work on, and we're going to make sure that is in our messaging as well. The family mindset, the family beliefs, that you can be what you want to be in the way that you want to be it, and make sure it's the right people for the right people.
When we've spoken
about, I like that saying, I've just made up.
When we've spoken about building a team and the values and stuff like that, it's funny, isn't it? Because we talked to some, like when we were talking to like HR people, and when we talked to other business owners, CEOs, and things like that, about this is the type of team we want to build. It would appear the type of team we want to build is a very unique type, because ultimately we want people to feel we have a business to run, absolutely, and there is that bottom line there. But we know that there are so many people who go self-employed to try and find that work-life balance, and then don't find it, because as we've experienced, and many other business owners have experienced, is that you then end up wearing so many hats. You end up definitely more work than life, or two become the same thing. And so they either then burn themselves out and go, oh my God, what was the point in that? And go back to employment, or they keep going, and it's stressful, and it's not that love for what they wanted to initially do fizzles, and it's hard, and there's no denying that, and we don't shy away from the fact that it is hard. But so what we want to build is almost that feeling as if you have complete autonomy over the work you're doing, but with a salary. So you're self-employed with a salary, theoretically, is a way we talk about it. And I think there's probably in all the device eligible. I don't even know what that means. Is that, and that is like something we can absolutely and will absolutely build. But there's only, I think, been maybe 2 people in our whole time we've spoken about that who have gone, you can absolutely build that. Everybody else goes, you can't do that. You can't. And you just have to, like, we just have to unplug from that and be like, no, we will build that. It's exactly the world we want to build. Like, we've already done it. It's already showcasing with the relationship we built with Sam.
I think, yeah. And if you work with freelancers anyway, that's what you're kind of doing there. It's just that you're offering that security.
Yeah, but from a freelance perspective, yes, it is that way. But like we say, the thing you see with a lot of freelancers is they don't necessarily want to be self-employed. They've fallen into that because they need it. How can we merge the two of employed and self-employed, like freelance? How can we build that world? And I truly believe we can.
Yeah.
And we will. Where also, though, we have, we see it with Sam. Sam hasn't, well, I don't know how he's posted, but you see Sam Till Productions, like he goes, yeah, but it's this time of year, we're all going away on holiday. I'm treating the team, I take him away and I give them all a holiday. Like, I can't promise we can do that, definitely not early online in that sense. It's something we want to build to. And it might not be holidays, because obviously, like, we understand from our perspective, if someone turned around to us and like, right, we're all going on holiday on this date. Whoa, massive bird. We're all going on holiday on this date. That wouldn't necessarily work with people with children.
Yeah.
In that sense, so it might be we do a massive fun summer
family open day,
summer event, something like that, massive barbecue. We've all catered for, like, fancy castles, the works. We spend all that money on doing that, but also, like, we'll take them to events like the Big Festoon, Atomicon, ZC Live, those sorts of things as well. Like, we give experiences, and that's the type of thing we never want other people's learning to stop either. How many times have you gone into a role and all I ever want to do as a person is learn, and you get into that job role and you hit that wall because it's as high as you can go, that ceiling, you hit that ceiling because they're like, well, if we teach you any more, your role, you then level up in your skills, you become a management level, but we haven't got that position, so we're just going to stop you. Or we're going to teach you that, but you're not going to be paid to know that. So, because we haven't got a role. So yeah, we'll teach you it. You'll be ready for that level, but we're not actually going to pay you.
Yeah.
Whereas what we do is go, no, we'll find that role. Like, we'll make that space.
Or
for you.
yeah.
Does that make? Like,
yeah, you're upping your ability to up the game of the business. You need to be rewarded for that, and we will find out how to reward you for that in the best way possible. Which is probably a monetary value. So why would profit shares and things like that be unobtainable? Why are shares in the business? Could be a thing.
I did it in the police, didn't I? Like, I became an acting sergeant, but because it wasn't signed off, I was still not being paid as the.
You had all the authority, but none of the.
It was like, stick an LA in front of your, initials that you put out there, and do absolutely. But we're not going to give you the money for it. We're not going to officially sign that off. We just need you to do that role because it suits us right now. And that doesn't. Well, at the time it was obviously a very different world then, and for me, and it was like sold to me that don't worry because at that time you'll become it. And I thought I was in a career for 55 years, so that was where we were at. But so of course I took it as experience. I could put it on my internal resume and things like that. But where does that sit with me, and where does that suit now? It doesn't. Like, it did not. I could have done with that extra money, especially now with my pension. When my pension comes through for the police, it's like that. It's like I could have done with that acting sergeant pension. Thank you very much. That's not going to happen. I'll get my PC pension, which I'm very grateful for. It's a very good pension, despite the fact that I only did 6 years, so 6.5 years. So no, I'm not sniffing at it. But it's those sorts of things like, what can we do that will skills, and then you go in, thanks for that, bye. And I'm like, oh, well, now I've all those skills down. I've got to pay to train somebody else to do it.
I think recruiting is now the scariest step that we have to take now. Well, I think it's the scariest step that could break us right now. As in, if we don't do it, we'll hit a ceiling, and we can't earn anymore, we can't grow anymore, we can't take on anymore.
Yeah.
Or we do it, we get it wrong, and we have to take the learnings from that, which is scary because that can be, which can be expensive. It is expensive anyway, because you think I've got to come up with a wage or a salary for someone. That, like, can we be responsible for someone else? And the truth of the matter is, we have to be, because if we're not actually living the best life for us, for our kids, for the business, for the people that we bring on board with the business.
Yeah.
So we've got to, and like I say, the next thing is an editor. We need to get an editor, whatever way, shape or form. But let's move on. Because we are getting close to our destination. And I think the roads are going to get windier. I think I'm going to have to concentrate more. So, we want to hit 1,000 followers on Instagram.
All right, we'll come back to that.
We're coming back to that. We're going to say...
we want you to do it because you want to be there.
Because you want to be there. Because you want to follow us. Because you want to know about video podcasting, video content, social media content that can help you grow your business and build relationships with your audience.
Relationship, yeah. It's just what I was going to say. Relationship, content, relationship building. Content that builds relationships. That's what we're all about.
And because we are about that, we think that we should have a relationship with the founding 1,000 followers. The first 1,000 people that have come to follow us. So when we do hit 1,000 followers on Instagram, we're going to tell them what we're going to do. We are going to do a marathon live. We've got a wall that is massive. Something like 3 meters high, 4 meters high, by 6 meters wide, 6.5 meters wide. It's massive. We're going to start getting everyone's images. I'm going to stick you on our wall. And we're going to try and do an app as well.
Gosh, that's a lot. Sorry. You look like a football stadium.
Yeah,
one of it's self-storage.
Self-storage. Yeah. Well, a fancy building.
Something else.
But
that's my watch.
So that's what we're going to do. So if you want to be featured on our wall in our, first of all, starting off as our 1,000 followers.
This is good. Yes.
If you want to, be with us on our 1,000 followers.
Only if you wanna.
Only if you wanna, and be on our wall. We will happily print off your image, put your at on there, and we will do a live video of us creating that wall, putting it out. So, help us get to that 1,000. And we're like I say, we're going to be honest. We're going to take off anyone who isn't a genuine account. What is it? A deactivated account. We're going to take them all off.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start. We're going to get to 1,000 at that point, and we are going to do a marathon live. Share all of you people on our wall, and then maybe the challenge will change once we've done it. See how much space that takes up on the wall. If it'll fill it all,
oh God, no.
If there's space.
If you print it really big, then maybe.
Print them on A5, A2, A1.
Anyway, stop waffling now. We are less than 5 minutes away from our location. We are going to have to love you and leave you and say bye. I'm going to try and figure out how to turn this off. But yeah.
You just press end on it.
Stay tuned. Keep watching. We love you.
I'll see you next time. We're on the interweb. Love you, bye.
No, I'm stuck. Hang on.
Love you, bye.
Don't know what to do now.
So
very close to my face. Love you, bye.